I always get asked the question, what do I need to start thinking about before I start my online boutique? In this video, I'm going to answer that question and I'm going to give you 6 things that you need to start thinking about tonight or today to start planning the launch of a successful boutique. So grab your pen, your notebook, and let's get to it. Hey Diamonds, it's Janina, your favorite boutique business coach, bringing you another helpful and informative video. As promised, here are 6 things that you can think about now to help you be successful in your boutique endeavor later. What's your vision? Why do you want to start the type of boutique that you want to start? It's important that you think about these things now and that you understand why you actually want to start your boutique, because when it's going gets tough, you're going to need to have something to fall back on to keep you going. So I want you to think about, why do you want to start this boutique? What's the big picture? What's the big vision? In a perfect world, 10 years from now, the boutique is thriving, you're making money. What does that look like? It's best to have an end goal in mind, because then you can work backwards and start taking little steps today that's going to help you to get to the big picture. The second thing that you need to think about is what types of products you want to sell and why you want to sell these products. There are 2 main reasons that people tend to go into online boutiques and sell the types of products that they sell. Either they have a passion for these types of products and these are products that they love or use in their everyday life, or B, there's a need in the market for these types of products and they're seeking to try to fill this need. Now, based on whatever the reason is that you are deciding to sell the type of products that you want to sell, that's going to help you to form your target audience later. So if you are selling products because you're passionate about it, maybe because you like that type of fashion, then you are going to be targeting other people who like that type of fashion as well. So if it's more of a passion product or passion project or passion boutique, then you know that you're going to be targeting people based on what you know about this passion and the interest that you have for the types of products that you want to sell. If there's a need in the market and that's the reason why you are selling these products, then what that means is that you are going to think about the types of people who need this particular product. Now, I don't want to get too far into it, but I want to go ahead and tell you now, everybody cannot be your target audience, okay? You can't have a little bit of something for everybody. So while you're thinking about exactly what type of products you want to sell, start thinking about who are the types of customers that is going to buy what you have to offer. The key to making sales in your boutique is going to be making sure that you offer products to people that want them, that meet a need, or that align with some type of goal or desire that they have. If you try to sell products to people who don't have a need for it or don't want those types of products, then you're going to have a hard time making sales. Which brings me to number 3. Who do you plan on selling these products to? So again, based on the types of products that you are selling in your boutique, there are going to be a subset or types of customers that want what you have to offer. For example, if you plan on selling skincare products, maybe like, masks, cream, and things like that, everybody don't wash their face. Everybody is not into buying products or, buying luxury products to maintain their skin. So there's going to be a subset of customers that you're trying to reach who's going to want what you have to offer. So based on the type of products that you have, are these, vegan, cruelty-free products that are, made with essential oils? If so, there's going to be a subset of customers that like those type of skincare products. Or is it a more, luxury skincare products that may not pay attention to the types of ingredients that they use? These are just people that may want like luxury experience or luxury packaging. The same thing if you're selling clothing. Like just because you are selling, let's just say dresses, depending on the types of dresses that you sell, everyone is not going to want the types of dresses that you sell. So are you selling hot girl summer dresses? If that's the case, then who are the types of people that are likely to buy these dresses? What are the types of things that they are doing in these dresses? Where are they going in these dresses? What prompts them to buy a new dress for hot girl summer? I want you to again narrow in and think about exactly who is going to buy exactly what it is that you know have to offer, and I want you to think about them in detail. If you are drawing a blank and you're not sure, then what you can start doing right now is start asking people who already use the types of products that you plan on selling, and ask them, hey, why do you buy these types of products? How do you find these types of products? Like, what makes you pull out your wallet and pay? So in a sense, you're already doing a little bit of market research, which is ultimately going to help you later on down the road. Because again, the key to making sales is what? Aligning your products with your customers' want, needs, or desires, and you'll have not a problem getting people to pull out their wallet and buy what you have to offer. But again, you got to make sure that it's in alignment. I talk to a lot of boutiques, and the number one problem that a lot of people have is marketing. And it's not because they don't know what to do to market, it's just that they're not clear about either what types of products that they sell and who they sell it to. So really they're just general and they're not talking to anybody. And if you are talking to everybody, then you're talking to no one. And if you are not talking to anyone specific, then nobody's gonna know to say, oh, hey, I hear what this brand is saying. This brand interests me. The fourth thing that you need to think about is how much money do I have available to invest? So I'm sorry to bust your bubble, but there's no way to start a boutique without any money. At some point in your startup journey, you're going to have to pay for something out of your pocket. More than likely, it's going to be you registering your business. I'll link to another video where I talk about that and you can get more information, because I don't want to go too deep into this. But you need to start thinking about how much money do you have available to put into your business. Now, there are going to be some expenses that you're going to have to pay to start up your business. And those expenses, could be your web design, or maybe it's a particular program that you need to edit your photos or create your graphics. If you are going to hold inventory, there's going to be inventory costs, there's going to be business registration costs, and there's going to be a lot of other costs that's going to go into you actually starting your business. So before you get into all of those costs, I want you to look at your finances, look at what you're currently spending, look at your budget, and determine, based on what I'm making and what I currently have, realistically or comfortably, how much money do I have to invest into this business. And this money that you invest, hopefully you will get a return on it, but don't be banking on getting a return on it, so soon. This is going to be money, again, that you're going to be putting into your business to start up to eventually get you to that point of making money. You get paid, I don't know, every week. Do you have maybe credit cards that you can tap into to start your business? Whatever available funding that you have available to you, sit down, come up with that number. And when you come up with that number, at least you know what you comfortably have available to invest. And that will help you to spend your money a lot wiser as you are starting to pay for things that's necessary for you to start your boutique. The fifth thing that I want you to think about and ask yourself is, do I know everything that I need to know about starting, planning and maintaining an online boutique. And I want you to be real with yourself, okay? Because when you decide to start a boutique, I want you to know that you're going to be wearing a lot of hats. You're going to be wearing a marketing hat. You're going to be required to market your business. You're going to be wearing the administrative assistant hat. There's going to be administrative tasks, business operations tasks that you're going to need to do to get your business up and off the ground. You might have to do graphic design. Do you know graphic design? So I want you to think like, do I know everything that I need to know about running a boutique? And I want you to be real. If your answer is no, I want you to go ahead to commit to learning everything that you can learn to give your boutique the best chance at being successful. And not only that, but I want you to think about how can you start to learn the things that you need to learn. Is it to get a coach? Is it to commit to 1 hour a day to watch videos, to learn more about the boutique startup process? Could you, as of right now, take a graphic design class to help you learn graphics? Or are you going to put in your budget to be able to outsource the things that you need to outsource to make your boutique happen, whether it's graphic design, web design, photography, business coaching, and all of those things, okay? I don't want you to be afraid of getting help. A lot of boutiques think that, they can just piece together information, and what ends up happening is sometimes that information isn't enough and they run with it only to have to go back and redo things because they missed a lot of the important parts. I would encourage you to educate yourself as much as you can. You can watch my channel, you can watch my playlist, or there's other fantastic boutique coaches out there that can help give you the foundational knowledge that you're going to need to be able to build a strong foundation for your boutique to build on. Because starting a boutique is like building a house. If your foundation is messed up, if it's cracked, then as you are building on that messed up foundation, the layers of your house just aren't going to flow. They are not going to sit right. So do your due diligence, be committed to the process, take the steps, not the elevators. Like you cannot go from 1 to 100. Be committed to the process of learning. Be committed to the process of doing things in order. And that'll help you to be successful down the road. I promise you. And the last thing I want you to think about is, am I ready and willing to put in the work? Now, I want you to be honest with yourself. Again, I'm not going to lie to you. Starting a boutique takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. But if you take your time in the beginning to put the things in place that need to be put in place, it'll make things a lot easier for you down the road as you try to consistently make sales and grow your businesses. So I want you to tell me in the comments if you are committed to doing the work to start your business. And if you are committed, I want you to tell me what type of boutique you plan on starting and how soon do you want to start. Do you want to launch 6 months from now? Do you want to launch in at least a year from now? 3 months from now? Whatever it is, I want you to commit to it. I want you to tell me what it is down in the comments, and I'm going to hold you to it. But based on when you want to start your boutique, if you are ready to put in the work, now you have a date to start working towards, so you can start putting those things together to put your boutique in motion so that you can launch it to the world. So I'm going to recap those 6 things that you need to think about before you start your boutique. Number 1, what is your boutique goal? What is the vision? Where do you see your boutique 10 years from now? Number 2, what do you want to sell and why do you want to sell it? Number 3, who do you plan on selling to? Number 4, how much money do you have to invest into this boutique venture? Number 5, do you know everything that you need to know about starting and running a boutique? And number 6, am I ready to put in the work to make my boutique successful? Now, don't just take the information that I've given to you and just write it off. I want you to, after this video is over, to sit down and think about these things so that you can get things started. If this video helped you, I want you to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss all of my other helpful videos that I am going to be giving you the tea and giving you the gems on. My whole goal is to help you to become an informed and an educated and a strategic boutiquepreneur. So be sure to watch my next video where I'm going to tell you the truths about starting and running an online boutique that nobody is telling you, okay? So I hope to see you in the next video, and I hope this helped. Bye.